Everyone, doing a midweek update here in the free Discord and on YouTube. So let's just jump straight in. So a few setups playing out really nice. So I'm actually going to mark off the beginning of the week for every pair. Overall, it's been a fairly quiet week on a lot of pairs. The whole market as a whole has just kind of been very sideways. But yeah, let me just mark up the beginning of the week. So these vertical lines will show the weekly open, so we can see what price action has occurred this week. So gold, let's start with gold. Was looking for, I said in the beginning of the week, so price opened up and was floating in between structure around 1820. I said we're going to look for price to push up into 1830, and then if we can get some nice price action, you can look for a sell back to 1812. Looking at the lower time frames here, really not much price action to indicate a sell. Like we kind of tapped in it, but there's nothing really like bearish. There was this candle here, but really nothing. Kind of a little double top at 1830. I mean, that's kind of clean, but again, looking at like the 1 hour and 2 hour, like there really just wasn't much here. So I was looking at this myself, and I have a few students who trade gold. Nothing there worth taking. I know a few of you guys took it. That's fine. I understand I'm not giving the entries, but I would definitely look for a bit more price action going into this next time. As for where this pair is going now, I'm actually favoring this to retest 1830 for a move higher. So if this can come back down, test like this region, give us a nice push up into 1850, 1855-ish region, somewhere up in here, that could be a really clean price action, really clean setup. So what I'd be looking for is price to come down, give us maybe some patterns, bullish engulfings, pin bars, double bottoms, whatever it is, maybe a fake out, pin bars, things like that. You can get a really nice buy, for example, up into that region of like that 18 sort of 50, 55. So for example, you'd be looking at something like this. Again, just rough markup, like something sort of like that into like 1855. It'd be a nice 1 to 6. It could break higher. I mean, it definitely could. This is a major level, and we've managed to break above it. So you're really just going to be kind of looking for the same setup that happened here. So we came down like tapped, pin bar, and then kind of got a push up. I'd be literally looking at this and looking for something very similar to that over here. Something that's actually really good price action as a guide. So that's to be looking at there. So really, yeah, no real trades as of yet on that. AED USD playing out to absolute perfection. Guys, this is a beautiful trade. So I said at the beginning of the week, look for price to come down, test this 0.71 region. It literally did that. Go to the 1 hour, tapped once, tapped twice. I mean, just super clean. Super clean. Actually tapped 3 times in the 30 minute. I think 4 times in the 15. 1 tap, 2 tap, 3 tap, 4 tap. Super clean price action. Everyone who watched that should be in this. Again, you probably could go with a 15 pip stop loss. Again, that's a nice little buffer below 0.71. And then right now you'd be floating around 60 pips for a 1 to 4.3, 4.5. Again, depending on your entry. So super clean price action. I mean, that right, if you guys are doing FTMO, that's half your FTMO done. Like that's I know it's only 66 pips. AED USD doesn't move very much. But again, it's really about risk reward. That's an easy 1 to 5 almost. That's, you know, almost half an FTMO done to get funded. Like, it's that simple. What I'd be looking for now is really to see if price can push up into 0.72, this sort of region here. That's what I wanted. Like that. And then maybe come back down and retest this level around here, which is 0.715, and just again look for the same type of price action. Look for this to, you can add a second entry if you got, because I know quite a few of you guys caught this, which is amazing. I can't respond to all of you because there's like nearly 1,000 people in the Discord, so know that I am seeing your messages, so I really appreciate it. I know a lot of you have made a lot of money on this, which is just amazing to see. So yeah, that's what I'd be looking for here is a retest of this 0.715. Again, same setup, guys. Just look for the same setups here. That's all you have to do. Just patterns, bullish price action, exhaustion. In this case, bullish price action. Like this just gave, you know, this gave 4 different entries. So super clean. But yeah, that's what I'd be looking at there. CAD JPY. So pushed up in here. I know a few of you guys took an entry here, up in here, which would have been break even because you did reach, you know, from an entry like here, you did reach around 20-25 pips, which break-even target for CAD JPY is around 20-25 pips. And then it came up again. You probably would have gone breaking again. And then I know a few of you guys messaged me this morning saying you're looking for sells, and I told you to stay out. So yeah, breaking higher. Kind of expected that looking at pairs like GBP JPY and USD CAD. I'm looking at like pairs like GJ to go higher, USD CAD to go lower. So therefore, this was going to go higher. This is really handy for correlation. So for example, for those who don't know, if you go to your myfxbook.com, you go to the market, you go correlation, or bring up this page here, you can go to CAD JPY. Now correlations change all the time. I don't rely on correlations, but I definitely look at them often just to see if I can get a different point of view, maybe look at a different pair. So you can see, for example, USD CAD, it's a negative 83%. So I tend to think anything around 90% or higher is very high, but still 83%. This is a negative, so that means if CAD JPY goes up, USD CAD goes down, or if USD CAD goes up, CAD JPY goes down. So looking at this, you could tell by looking at USD CAD that it was going to go down, so therefore CAD JPY is most likely going to go higher. And just based on that information, you probably would have waited for some more price action, and that would have prevented you entering again up in here. So what I'd be looking for here is price simply to come back down, retest this 91 level, and then for a push up into this 92. That's it, push up into 92, and that can give you a really nice 100 pip trade. So keep an eye on for that. That probably will start lining up tomorrow being Thursday. So this could be a Thursday trade, possibly, depending on how fast the market moves. We've been having kind of a slow week this week, but nevertheless, we have to be on guard and on the ball, ready for any entries that occur. Quickly, before I go into the rest of the pairs, how we are in the mentorship right now on this, we're still holding some of this trade. We reached 350 pips on this on Friday on EN. Looking for further buys, here. GU still floating in profit on a trade there. USD CAD, we're floating around 50 pips in profit on that one. And then GBP, JPY, we've taken a trade there today, so hopefully we can get a nice push up on that as well. So overall, a profitable week so far in the mentorship program. Last week alone, we did the last 4 weeks, 3.5, 4 weeks, we've done over 60 RR and 1,600 pips in the last 10 days, as in last week and then the Friday before, which is just insane. So in 6 trading days, we did 1,600 pips, which is just absolutely insane. So super proud of everyone in the mentorship program and just killing it. So many are getting funded, which is just amazing to see. I wish I had, I tell them all the time, I wish I had something like that when I was learning. Like I did a bunch of different courses and, I would go to different people for advice, but I never had anything like this. So it's, it helps me because it keeps me, it gives me motivation to help others, which is amazing. So, covering NZD USD. So again, I said to look for sells here at the beginning of the week, as we could see a push down here. Just no price action here to indicate it. There's nothing bearish about any of this price action here. So end up breaking higher. Again, looking at the dollar, I did update as well, saying the dollar was pushing lower. Therefore, we will see AUD USD and NZD USD push higher, which is exactly what happened. These broke higher. But again, came down, tested, easy buy setup right here. Look at this, boom, you're in. So that would be your entry right there. If you want to go on the 15 maybe, that'd be your entry. And you'd be floating in profit right now. Not much, it hasn't really moved much, but again, you'd be floating in profit. So between this and AUD USD, you could have almost passed an FTMO, and that's in 3 days on 2. And I didn't even give the entries for this. All you do is just listen to the video. So I'd be looking, as I updated today in the free Discord, I'd be looking for further price action like this for a possible scale in, for a push up into 0.67500, as I stated in the weekly update outlook video at the beginning of the week. Is if this is the break higher, we'll see 0.675. So keep that in mind. Look for something like this. In between this and possibly a second entry on this, and then maybe a second entry on AUD USD, it could be easy 10 to 15% or 10 to 15 RR depending on what you risk between these 2 trades. So really good. News wise, guys, there's really not much out Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Going into tomorrow, the only thing I'm really focusing on is the inflation rate for the US dollar, and then we have GDP growth rate for GBP on Friday. I don't really follow the news. I don't care about the news. All I do is I'm just aware of what news events come out at what time. And there's only specific ones that I look for. Everything else I don't care about. I only pay attention to certain ones and their release times, just in case there's any sudden surges in volatility or manipulation within the market. It's good to sort of anticipate that, and I can adjust my stop losses or entries accordingly. But otherwise, I don't really care about the news. The news is just a catalyst to push price where it needs to go. And yeah, I just flow with the market. So that's it for now, guys. I'll update. Again, if you guys have any questions, try and get to me. Give me a while to get back to you. There's a lot of you, and there is also the mentorship program. But yeah, message me on Instagram, message me on Discord. I'll always try and get back to you as soon as I can, and help you guys out as much as possible. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Have a great rest of your trade week. Remember, Thursday, Fridays are generally the bigger days in the market, so don't let your guard down. Thursday, Fridays tend to pop off. That's like, for example, last Friday alone in the mentorship program, we did 450 pips on a Friday combined between Euro NZD and USD CAD. So like, there's like, just never let your guard down. The market can move at any time. All right. Have a great week, guys. Keep your risk management in check. And congratulations to all those who caught these trades. Amazing work, guys.